Three types of traversals: in order, pre-order, post-order. In this we'll be looking at post-order, which means first we'll go to the left child, then the right child, and then it will come to itself. So we go left, we go to the right, and then itself. Things to note: we just need to make sure that whatever array that we are using to return into our answer, it can also be declared globally, so that we don't have to pass it every time. This was the one point. The other point is, do we need to return anything when we are at a particular node? Do we need to return anything to its parent? Is it asking a question? No. Over here it is a very simple question, so we don't need to. That is done. Now in the dry run, if you would say, every time in the tree question I have to visualize it such that I come from the first node, I go down to the next node, to the next node, and then every time whatever this null value it is pointing to, I will have to go to there, and then I will ask, there's nothing to ask actually, but yeah, it will just return. This is the base case. The base case has to be defined always, such that in the base case, every time the state of that function, state of the function has a node in picture. So the node is in the picture. So what is in the picture? This node is in the picture. Now in the base case, I just have to decide what I have to do if there is something else, right? So in the base case, what happens is the node in picture is this node. This is also a node only, right? Though it is a null pointer in it, but it is also a node for us. This is also a node. Now this is the base case. When we see that that node is itself a null pointer and does not have any information for us, I'll just say return. We don't want to do anything actually. So we have to just check on high level, how does it happen for a node which is a leaf node and a non-leaf node. Two things. First thing, a leaf node, how does it work? A non-leaf node, how does it work? In a leaf node, it works such that whenever it is on a leaf node, right, which is a 4, it goes to its left child and the left child returns to it without doing anything. The right child returns to it without doing anything. Now it will have only itself to be put into the answer, right? So it has done all the things that it needed to do. It has already pre-computed the things, whatever it needed to do. Pre-computation is done. Now it needs to compute itself. Now in the answer it will just put its own value. Now as we do this, we see that for a non-leaf node and a leaf node, it will have the same value, but it will have the same kind of structure. But for a non-leaf node, we will have such that we will see what happens if it is a BST. If it is a BST, we will see that the left part is always the smaller part and the right part is always the greater part, right? So we are just considering that current node and the smaller part and then the larger part. So for every non-leaf node, we first take the smaller parts, put it into the answer, then we go to the current part, put it into the answer, then we go to the larger parts and put it into the answer. And hence we say that if it is an in-order traversal, it is a sorted list that we are going to give out. So that is just something that we wanted to do. I want myself to remember. And then next in the solution, if I see, we just have a helper and a answer. This answer variable is globally defined, and then in the helper variable I just say if that root is present, if it is not a null pointer, then we do something about it. If it is a null pointer, just return. If it is not a null pointer, I go to the left one first, and then I go to the right one, and then I just push whatever is present in the value of that root. This will give me the post order traversal.